Hey, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is, how does your partner feel about you? How do they feel about your relationship? Or see what messages come through. Please only take what resonates and makes sense for you and your situation. Okay, so we have three groups for you to choose from: group 1, group 2, and group 3. Please feel free to pause the video if you need a little time to choose your group. I will take the emojis off if some of you need me to see it without the stickers on them. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, then this reading could be for you. Your partner, how do they feel about you, your relationship at the moment? Okay. So to start off with, we have the Tower in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles also in reverse. So again, just please only take what makes sense and resonates for you. I'm not, but yeah. Okay, so the person you're asking about, how do they feel about you? Okay. So your partner, they could feel like something isn't quite right in your relationship at the moment. Um, but with the Tower card being here, they could be trying to avoid facing it, but also feel like, it feels like they're torn because it feels like they feel they shouldn't resist change, but at the same time, like there is certain things, maybe things that aren't working, that they are trying to avoid facing for right now. Although them resisting change or feeling like they shouldn't resist change, could be related to something else as well. But they do feel emotionally detached at the moment and feel you want them to make changes and for them to be more thoughtful, and they feel like they're trying, but it's not manifesting in the way that you want it to. They're feeling like they have to suppress their feelings to avoid conflict or tensions rising, that addressing certain things could lead to problems or more problems for some of you guys. They could feel your foundation, or maybe you specifically, is fragile right now, that they should, but that they also feel that they should like hold on to your relationship no matter what. It does feel like they're afraid of losing your relationship, but at the same time afraid to take the steps to fix things or confront certain things in order to fix your relationship or a certain area of your relationship. And for some of you, they could actually know how to fix your relationship or fix things within your relationship, but again, they're avoiding it for some reason. They could recognize that they are in a little bit of denial about your relationship or the things that aren't working. But for some of you, they're also bracing themselves for something. And they could be bracing themselves for the thing that they are in denial about. So even though they're bracing themselves for something, it's like, okay, I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for, I don't know what the right word would be, waiting for something to come. But they're also hoping it doesn't. So again, like there's that conflicted energy that this person might be feeling right now. So for some of you, they could be in denial about their confidence, or yeah, but it could be about something that you're more aware of. Like for some of you, they could feel in your relationship, their confidence is going to come into question. And it feels like they're kind of waiting for something to happen, but at the same time, like they're hoping it doesn't come into question. But again, this could also be about something that you would be more aware of. So at the moment, like they find themselves stuck between fear and action. And I may have said this already, but they are also struggling to express their feelings clearly. They feel they disappointed you. For some of you, they feel like they've, tricked you in some way. And they could feel like you've noticed or you're starting to notice. And for some of you, they also feel like they haven't been reciprocating enough. They could be pulling away due to feeling emotionally off balance. But this could be due to like things external to the two of you, like external to your relationship as well. Could be related to work, for example. And for some of you, when it comes to issues that they're dealing with outside of your relationship, they could want like a conversation with you or want you to like pry into that a bit more and see what's going on with them, like kind of force like the information and their feelings out of them in regards to this situation. They could want to feel or know that you want to help them when it comes to certain problems outside of your relationship. It's like they're wanting emotional depth but don't know how to open that door or to like kind of broach that subject. For some of you, they could feel like you're idealizing your relationship or you're idealizing them. And they could feel that makes it harder for them to be real and authentic within your relationship and with you. They could feel you're questioning the sincerity of their feelings and they don't want you to do that or feel like you're the problem in the relationship when you're not. Right now, they're just not sure how to move forward with you, but they do feel like the spark is still there. They feel uncertain about their long-term stability, and they could also be questioning whether you see them in your future. And for some of you, they could also feel like family dynamics are off, maybe issues with getting on with each other's families. They could also feel like you guys aren't sharing in each other's goals or values, maybe long-term goals and stuff like that. And maybe that there is a general lack of direction when it comes to these things, like especially in terms of like joint, or maybe just in each other's goals and ideas and values and stuff like that. For some of you, they could also be worried about financial or lifestyle compatibility. And right now, it feels like they are struggling to see the bigger picture. But moving on, we have stress reduction. We have key, seek no further that your aha moment is at hand. We have moving on, you deserve better. Your imperfections are perfection. I want to feel your skin against me. We have please just lay with me. We have out of nowhere, and we also have free will, get out of your cocoon. So with stress reduction at the moment, they could be feeling like that is something they need to focus on within your relationship, reducing stress, reducing tension. For some of you, they could feel like there's a need for like a reset within your relationship. And with key, seek no further, your aha moment is at hand. Again, I think I said something similar earlier in the reading, but it feels like they've already had a mental breakthrough in terms of how to potentially fix something or make something better. It doesn't even have to be related to a problem. But again, it feels like they don't really know how to implement it. But they feel like, they have the key and they've opened that door, but just, yeah, they don't really know how to put it into action. So moving on is actually being clarified by the sun. So it feels like they're ready to move on from any issues or tension, or just like if, I don't know, if there's like an issue, it doesn't even have to be anything super negative in your relationship. It feels like they're kind of just ready to move on from whatever kind of energy your relationship is in right now. And they're kind of hoping for something a lot more positive moving forward, or that you're moving in or can potentially move into a more positive energy. With imperfection, no, your imperfections are perfection. The person you're asking about, your partner, they feel like you're perfect, like I think I said something similar earlier in the relationship, but they don't want you to feel like you're the problem. And yes, everyone has their imperfections, but they do feel like you are actually quite perfect. So with free will, get out of your cocoon. At the moment, they are feeling like they need to just get out of their cocoon, or whatever it is that's holding them back. They feel like they just need to, snap out of it. With just lay with me, please. For some of you, your partner actually wants you guys to maybe do something quite chill together, like a chill activity or a holiday, or something just chill, the two of you. With you deserve better, at the moment they could actually be feeling like you deserve a lot better than what they're giving you and what their role in your relationship. So with out of nowhere, they could actually feel like they're needing to be a lot more impulsive when it comes to you. Like again, like they feel like they need to get out of their cocoon, make full use of their free will. And finally, with I want to feel your skin against my own, for some of you, your partner actually wants maybe like more physical closeness between the two of you, or like more physical touch or affection. But yeah, do you have more from these cards? So that is all that I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful and make sense. I'm wishing you the best. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Please take care of yourself. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, then this reading could be for you. The person on your mind, your partner, how do they feel about you, your relationship at the moment? Okay, so to start off with, we have the Emperor in reverse, we have the Temperance card, and the Nine of Pentacles. So please only take what resonates and makes sense for you and your situation, okay? So your partner, they could feel your relationship lacks a little structure right now, and is something you both will need to work on. They could feel like there is little unity in your relationship, that there's this, degree of separation between the two of you. And for some of you, they could actually want you to be a bit more controlling or have more authority over them. At the moment, they could feel like you're quite relaxed, maybe too relaxed or passive when it comes to them or your relationship, and they could want you to be more possessive and invested. And for some of you at the moment, they could feel you don't really care about them too much right now. They could also feel like they aren't leading your relationship effectively. And for some of you, they could also feel like you don't know or don't lean into your role in the relationship, whatever that might be. Whereas in some ways, they also feel dominated by you, even if you aren't doing anything. And it feels like you aren't doing anything to make them feel that way. It's just something that they are feeling within themselves. And they could also feel like you're resisting authority. And for some of you, this could be outside of your relationship, but they could feel like this could potentially cause problems within your relationship, maybe down the line. At the moment, they could be feeling vulnerable, but don't really know how to express it. They also feel like your boundaries aren't clear. They could feel you're struggling with pride in your relationship at times. And they could also feel like you want things they can't give you. They could also feel that you're making something unnecessarily difficult. So they could also feel like your relationship isn't the most traditional. Maybe that you guys take on roles that aren't, um, like traditional, like respective of maybe gender or culture even. Um, but this could be something that they actually like about your relationship. They could also feel that they need to be more independent. But on the other side of things, they usually feel so calm and soothed by your presence and still feel you bring them calm and stability, and they definitely want to maintain that peace between you guys. They feel like you balance them out. They appreciate your patience and your maturity. It feels like you really help them regulate their emotions for the most part, even when you aren't trying. Like they could actually genuinely feel really calmed by your presence. And they feel that you guys are aligned with each other as well. They want you guys to compromise more though, meet each other halfway. They really admire your independence, your self-sufficiency. They respect your autonomy, um, but they could also feel disconnected from you at the moment, maybe because of some of these things. Like they see you as very confident and capable, and it feels like they're very proud of you, for the most. They could also feel like you're thriving on your own, that you value your personal freedom. And, maybe because of some of these things, they could also feel or get the feeling that you are more focused on yourself than them at times. So moving on, we have heightened intuition. We have falling, drop into the deep end of your soul. We have I've done things I'm not proud of. You are fudging sexy. Boring. I want to start a family with you someday. Do you feel the same, or is it just me? You're very strong, but you don't have to do this alone. And we also have the gift of freedom. Break away from your attachments. So with heightened intuition and drop into the deep end of your soul, they could actually feel that you have incredible intuition. They could feel your intuition is heightened at the moment. But with dropping to the deep end of your soul, like they could feel you've been finding yourself a lot more, or you've been trying to connect more deeply with yourself. And with that comes like more independence, and they could feel like the more you find yourself, or the more you kind of try to connect with yourself in whatever way that might be, they could be feeling more disconnected with you. With boring, at the moment, they could feel your relationship is uneventful. And it feels like they're feeling a certain way. Maybe some of the feelings that came out earlier with the tarot cards, with do you feel the same, or is it just me? Like they're feeling a certain way, and they're wondering if you are feeling similar to how they are. They could actually feel like you are. With gift of freedom, break away from your attachments. They could feel you are like leaning into your freedom, or you really appreciate your freedom, or you're kind of utilizing your freedom a lot more. Again, like these could be some of the things that's making them feel disconnected from you. With I've done things I'm not proud of, they could be feeling like they've done things that they're not proud of. This could be certain things that you're aware of. For some of you, maybe not. You might have more insight on what it is that they're not proud of. And for some of you, this thing that they're not proud of, it could be not them not living up to like a certain expectation or a certain goal, or something else. But yeah, just not living up to something. They don't feel proud of that. With you are fudging sexy, they could feel like you're more, not more focused, but you're kind of taking care of your looks, maybe taking care of your body. Like they could feel like they're seeing a lot more differences in your appearance. And again, like similar to the message we had with dropping to the deep end of your soul, like not only do they feel like you're pouring into yourself, maybe spiritually, emotionally, mentally, but also in terms of, you know, your physical appearance and self-care. Like, so they could be noticing all these things right now. Like they do, with you are so strong, we don't have to do this alone. Like they do feel like you are incredibly strong. Like, you know, kind of like we said before, they feel like you're strong, they feel like you're independent and self-sufficient. But they could also want to like share things between you guys, if that makes sense. And finally, I want to start a family with you someday. So that could actually be something they want, but they may not feel your relationship is ready for that for right now. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. So yeah, that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful, make sense. I'm wishing you guys the best. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Please take care. Bye. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, then this reading could be for you. I hope you guys are doing good. So your partner, how do they feel about you or your relationship at the moment? Please only take what makes sense and resonates for your situation, maybe like aligns with your own intuition as well. Okay, so to start off with, we have the Seven of Cups. No, oh, okay. Four of Pentacles upright, Six of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Cups upright. So your partner could feel as though you've both been holding back and both wary of being vulnerable with each other at the moment, or just when it comes to something specific within your relationship. They could feel that the relationship hasn't been fulfilling for either of you, or just at the moment it's not really fulfilling for either of you. They could feel you both aren't meeting each other's needs for whatever reason. They feel that you have a lot of potential, but they don't feel they have as much potential as you. And they could also feel as though you're leaving them behind, or they just feel like they're being left behind when, you know, comparing your potential to theirs. And it's not that they don't feel like they have any potential at all, just not as much as you. So they could also feel you've been focused on yourself, and they've been clinging to what feels normal and familiar. In turn, they could feel the need to control you and the relationship, their own emotions as well. They could fear losing you. And for some of you, for some reason, they could feel like they've been punishing themselves. I don't know what that has to do with you. Maybe it impacts the way they treat you, and they could be recognizing that, and they could feel like they're pushing you away. Maybe they feel like pushing you away is only punishing them, and like it's only creating problems or hurting them. So they could also feel jealous of your stability. Um, they could feel you aren't protective enough over them or your relationship. For some of you, this could be when it comes to certain people or in certain environments. They feel emotionally stuck and unsure of how to move forward. They could feel stuck on old emotional patterns as well. Like they could be holding on to their past and comparing it to the present, and that could be adding to their discomfort or tension. They could be struggling to move on from an old version of your relationship. They could be struggling to move on from who they were in the past as well. But when it comes to your relationship, they could feel you're holding on to the old version of your relationship as well. They could feel like you both are. They could actually feel quite triggered by the past of your relationship. They could feel there are unresolved issues between you guys. Doesn't have to be like an issue or a problem, doesn't have to be like anything negative, but they do feel like there are certain things that have been unresolved. For some of you, they could feel like there's a subject that's being avoided. Like they could feel the innocence and joy within your relationship has faded a little bit. But they also feel like that's normal. But because of the differences between now and then, they could still be romanticizing the past and avoiding the present. You know, it feels like they are feeling emotionally conflicted and heavy. And they may not know what they want in their own life, which could be creating more issues in their mind. Like they do think a lot about things being different between you guys, and they're struggling with all the possibilities between you both, like thinking of all the possibilities, and again like avoiding the reality and the present and the now. But they do also wish that you both were more in sync and aligned. They want you guys to have fun and laugh more. They want to be friends with you again. Like if any of you, if that aspect of your relationship hasn't been as strong as it used to be, like they definitely want you guys to be friends again. And for some of you, they could also feel you're hesitant to commit yourself to them in a significant way. And it feels like overall, like they do want to fix things because they aren't willing to, just let it go. Okay, so moving on, we have life lessons. It says you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessing that they contain. We also have X. Reunite with a lost aspect of your soul. We have so you think I'm stupid. I'm spying on you. No excuses. Addictions. I tell my family and friends about you. You have the qualities I look for in a partner. And we have Dawn of Love. So with life lessons, they could feel as though there is a pattern that needs to be broken within your relationship. They could feel like this is coming from both sides. That it maybe takes the two of you in order to break certain patterns. And with reunite with a lost aspect of yourself, it feels like they do want to reunite with you, reconnect with you in some way. And when it comes to breaking the patterns, like they want to break the patterns, they want you guys to learn from it and be able to put that behind you. So with no excuses, they could feel like you both need to make less excuses when it comes to the other person within your relationship. With you think I'm stupid, they could think that you guys need to both give each other a lot more credit. Like it's not necessarily, the message isn't necessarily about thinking the other is silly or feel like like the other person thinking that's silly or whatever it might be. But they could feel like you guys need to give each other a lot more credit. With I tell my family and friends about you, for some of you, the message of this card is that they feel like they need to confide in someone about your relationship. So random message with X, for some of you, they could feel like you are reconnecting with an ex. But that's only for some of you guys. With I'm spying on you, peekaboo, they could feel like they need to pay a lot more attention to you and to your relationship. With you have the qualities I look for in a partner, like they do feel you have a lot of qualities that they look for. They could feel with addictions that they need to work through certain addictions that they might have, whether that's being addicted to their phone, to adult videos, for example, or something else that you could be more aware of. But yeah. And finally, we have Dawn of Love. So they could feel like you guys need to love on each other a lot more than you have been. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful. I'm wishing you the best. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Please take care of yourself. Bye.